A man who passed away recently left behind a shocking letter about your mother. Its contents will change how you see her forever. Archangel Michael says, "This message has reached you at the perfect time. Though what you are about to discover will shatter your reality, it will also awaken your inner power. You were never meant to remain blind." A man who died recently did not rest in peace until he ensured his final words were delivered to you. Hidden in that letter is the truth about your mother, truth she never dared to reveal. This is no ordinary revelation. His death did not close a chapter, it unlocked a vault sealed by decades of fear, betrayal, and sacred oaths. The letter carries words he buried deep, knowing they would shake the very soul of the person reading it. He addressed it directly to you, by name. Not to be read by anyone else, not to be left untouched in a drawer, not to be delayed even one more day. The envelope has your destiny folded inside, and the ink on the paper cries out for your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Inside that sealed envelope is a name, a place, a timeline. But most of all, a confession that your mother would have taken to her grave. What he revealed wasn't just scandal, it was history rewritten in the rawest form of truth. He wrote that he had been watching your life for years, from a distance. That he couldn't interfere, but he couldn't leave either. Not until this truth was released. He knew that only you had the strength to face what your mother never could. Archangel Michael says, there is no coincidence in the timing. That letter was meant to reach you exactly now, not a second earlier or later. The person who brought it to your attention didn't know its true weight, but they were guided to pass it on. The man's handwriting trembles on the page, as though his soul was pouring through every word. He had waited too long. But he trusted that you would be the one to receive this, and finally bring justice to something left undone for over 3 decades. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You might have sensed things before, your mother hiding pain behind her eyes. Her sudden changes of mood. Her silence when you asked about certain people, certain dates, certain family events that never quite added up. The letter explains why. And it names a person, a man she once loved with every fiber of her being, but who vanished. Everyone believed he left her. The truth? He was taken. And your mother was forced into silence by people you never knew were involved. That man who just passed away. He was a witness. But not just any witness, he was also deeply involved, torn by guilt, and now, in death, choosing redemption. His words do not beg for forgiveness, they beg for your understanding. He said your mother cried in secret places. That the person you thought she was hiding from was actually the one she protected. And you were at the center of that secret all along, without even knowing. Type Amen to get blessing 555. In his letter, he described your birth. The circumstances surrounding it. The people who surrounded the hospital room. It wasn't just a delivery. It was a negotiated moment between protection and exposure. There was an attempt to erase someone from your life before it even began. Not because of hate, but because of fear. This man, now gone, watched it all happen and remained silent. Until now. He said your mother was given a choice, stay quiet, or risk everything, including her own life. She chose silence. And in doing so, she chose your survival, even if it meant losing everything else. This is not just a message about a hidden affair or a concealed father. This is about a legacy that was stolen, rewritten, and sealed behind shame. But now, your name is resurfacing in places you've never imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The man included photographs. Old ones. Yellowed by time, folded at the corners. In one of them, your mother is seen standing beside a man whose face you cannot forget, because it looks eerily like your own. Archangel Michael says the truth will shake you, but it will not break you. That letter is not destruction, it is resurrection. Something inside you already knows that the time has come to claim what was buried. Among the contents was a key. Small, rusted, tied to a red ribbon. He said it belongs to a lockbox hidden in a house your mother once lived in, a house you've never visited, a house no one speaks of anymore. The key is real. The house still stands. And what's inside that box will complete the puzzle, because the letter is only half the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The letter says your mother wasn't just hiding a secret, she was protecting a legacy. A bloodline traced through generations. And now, someone else is searching for you. Someone who also received part of the story. A woman. Older. Not from your city. She contacted the lawyer who held the other half of the man's testimony. But she is not your enemy, she is the final link in this unfolding truth. He said in the letter that your name was once written in a will, then removed. Because they feared what would happen if the full story emerged. But now, that will is being reopened. What you thought was a family inheritance gone long ago, is resurfacing. Not for the money, but for the truth that comes with it. And it is massive. Type Amen to get blessing 222. He warned that once you know the truth, people will start reacting. Some with guilt. Others with anger. And a few with desperate attempts to silence you. The people your mother avoided all her life? They will try to come back. But not all who return are bringing peace. Some come to cover what was exposed too late. You may receive unexpected calls. You may see familiar names pop up in strange places. Be cautious, but don't be afraid. Because protection now surrounds you like never before. He made arrangements for that too. And he asked Archangel Michael to oversee your awakening, your truth, and your safety. You are not alone. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The house where the key leads is located in a rural area. The address was scribbled in the corner of the letter. But it's not just a place, it's a timeline frozen in dust and secrets. He said to go there alone the first time. He left something personal behind, a locket, a journal, and a recorded message. All of it will confirm the impossible things you've just read. Your mother might resist when you tell her. She's held this pain like a weight over her shoulders for too long. But when she sees the photo, her silence will crack. Archangel Michael says her healing depends on your bravery. This isn't revenge. It's restoration. It's breaking a cycle that started before you were born. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The man wrote that he had nightmares for years. Of you crying. Of your mother screaming in an empty house, holding a piece of herself she could never give you. He watched your milestones from afar, school, heartbreaks, victories. He said he always wanted to reach out, but the timing never felt safe. He trusted that heaven would choose the right moment. That moment is now. As you read this, events are unfolding in the spirit realm, chains breaking, names being restored, and justice walking toward your life. If you choose to ignore it, the heaviness may remain. But if you step into it, you will witness miracles. The kind that make people cry in disbelief. Type Amen to get blessing 666. At the end of the letter, he signed it not with his full name, but with initials you recognize. The same initials you saw once in your mother's old notebook, the one she hid in the bottom drawer. He also included a newspaper clipping from the 90s. A story of a man who vanished after testifying in a secret trial. That man was him. Your mother never told you about that trial. She couldn't. But the letter lays it all bare, what she saw, what she knew, and who tried to buy her silence. The truth has already started to leak. In spiritual realms, your awakening was already announced. And those who wished you stayed blind are already afraid. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Your mother's truth is deeper than shame. It is survival. It is maternal courage on a battlefield of silence. And you are her greatest success. Now, the decision is yours. Read the letter again. Visit the house. Confront the silence. And above all, keep the letter safe. Because once others learn that you possess it, they may attempt to find you. They may pretend to care. But the real ones will be the ones who already knew pieces of it and didn't run from you. Archangel Michael says this message will stir emotions in your bloodline. But do not fear the shaking, it is the sound of chains falling off. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. This is your legacy. This is your moment. And the man who wrote that letter may be gone in body, but his words will live on through your actions. You are no longer in the dark. You are the light bearer of a truth your family needed for decades. Stand tall, even when others tremble. Your mother. She may weep. But eventually, she will thank you. For being brave enough to open what she could not. This is your time. This is your letter. And this is your destiny. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The truth does not end with the letter, it only begins there. The man who wrote to you hinted at more than one truth buried beneath layers of deception. He mentioned a second letter, never delivered, hidden in a safety deposit box under an alias your mother used years ago. The alias matches a name you vaguely remember hearing as a child, whispered during an argument or found scribbled on a photograph. That name is now the key to unlocking the next part of the story. What's hidden in that box will finalize everything he couldn't say in one message. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. He said in his final lines that there was a reason your family avoided certain towns, certain people, and even certain questions. He warned that your mother's silence was not weakness, it was forced. That letter was her only shield against enemies disguised as friends. You will start to notice changes once you act. A cold chill when you mention the name. Sudden contact from people you haven't spoken to in years. These are signs the veil is lifting, and you are stepping into the light they tried to keep you from. Your emotions may war within you. One side of you might resist, wanting to protect your mother from more pain. The other side knows healing only comes when truth is embraced. Let both sides guide you, but let truth be the final voice. Type Amen to get blessing 8484. In the journal he mentioned, your mother detailed events in code. She knew someone might one day read it, so she left clues only a child of hers would understand. Phrases from your favorite childhood song. Sketches that make sense only now. You may think you're imagining things at first. That connecting these dots is stretching too far. But when you see her handwriting line up with his words, everything becomes terrifyingly real. Archangel Michael says the courage you need is already inside you. He reminds you that heaven does not abandon those walking toward justice. Your strength isn't new, it's inherited, woven from a line of survivors who chose love in the face of fear. There is a map drawn in the letter. Not of geography, but of memory. Places your mother visited when she wanted to cry alone. Places she took you, unknowingly hoping you would feel safe. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. Each location on that map tells a different chapter of her hidden life. One of them, a bus stop where she met a woman who helped save her life. Another, a cabin she stayed in when she first learned what was being done behind her back. This man who passed away knew all these places. He followed your mother's journey in silence. His guilt was that he didn't speak sooner, but his redemption was sealing this truth for you before he died. He left a final instruction: burn the letter once you've unlocked everything. Not to erase evidence, but to close a spiritual portal. His words were laced with energies too strong for others to carry. He said if the letter fell into the wrong hands, darkness would try to distort it. Only your eyes could handle it. Only your heart could process it without breaking. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. He was not just an observer. He once loved your mother. And his departure wasn't abandonment, it was sacrifice. He was forced to choose between staying and putting her in danger, or vanishing to protect her from further harm. The people who took him? Some are still alive. Some hold positions of influence. But their grip is weakening, because the moment you received this message, their control began to collapse. You are not here to start war. You are here to bring peace to your lineage. But if they try to silence you again, they will meet a version of you guided by the heavens themselves. Archangel Michael says, the angels are already forming a circle around your home. The air may feel thick. You might feel watched. That's not fear, it's the spiritual world preparing your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. There will be a night soon when you can't sleep. You'll feel the urge to go through old items, boxes, books, letters your mother kept locked away. Don't resist that urge. That's when the next clue will rise. The man hinted there is one photo that holds everything. Not just a memory, but evidence. A symbol of where everything shifted, of the moment the truth first broke your mother's heart. You will recognize the photo instantly. It will shake you. Not because of what you see, but because of what you finally understand. She's been carrying this wound for decades. And now, it's your time to carry the light. To speak what she couldn't, to restore what was stolen, to break the curse passed down silently. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. This is more than about her past, it's about your future. The letter revealed something else. There is a trust fund linked to your name, hidden under a false surname. It's been dormant for years. And it's awakening. This money isn't just financial, it's spiritual compensation. For the nights your mother cried alone. For the years you lived unaware of what was taken. A lawyer has been trying to reach the beneficiary, he doesn't even know it's you. That man who passed away arranged it that way. He said you'd find out when your spirit was ready. And now, you are. Every piece of this was timed with divine order. Each event, each revelation, perfectly placed to wake you up at the exact moment you needed it. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The letter ends with something that will live in your heart forever. Not a goodbye, but a blessing. Tell her. I never stopped loving her. And I never stopped watching over both of you. You realize then, he was more than a man in the shadows. He was part of your family. Whether by blood or by bond, he saw your light long before the world did. Now, the path is yours. The road may be narrow. But it is lined with angelic protection, signs, and sacred echoes of those who suffered in silence for too long. This message is your torch. Do not drop it. Hold it high. Let the flame burn away every lie. Let your voice carry what others tried to silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. From this day, your life is divided, before the letter and after. You have entered a new era of truth, vision, and unshakable clarity. The next time you look at your mother, you will see her not as someone who failed, but as someone who endured more than she could bear. And still chose to smile. And you, the reader, the carrier of this holy revelation, you are not cursed by this knowledge. You are chosen by it. Carry it. Live it. Speak it. And never look back. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The days that follow this revelation may not be peaceful at first. You will feel emotional tremors in your spirit, waves of confusion, heartbreak, clarity, and fierce purpose all at once. This is the soul adjusting to divine truth. It will hurt before it heals, but it will transform you forever. You'll begin to notice subtle shifts in how others look at you. Some will sense something is different, even without knowing the reason. That's because the energy of hidden truth, once activated, begins to expose lies in every corner around it. People you never expected may reach out, almost as if they feel drawn to reconnect. Some of them hold pieces of the past, unaware that those fragments belong to you now. You must remain observant, because not every returning face is a friend. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. As the truth spreads within you, your eyes will sharpen. You'll notice certain names recurring, names you once ignored, now loaded with new meaning. You'll see patterns in old conversations, secrets hiding in plain sight all along. Your mother might fall silent when you confront her gently. Don't press with aggression, press with compassion. When you show her the letter, she may tremble, not because she is guilty, but because she never expected her past to walk through the front door again. Tears may follow. Her hands may shake. But when she finally speaks, it will be with the voice of someone who waited years for this moment, and feared it would never come. She may reach for a box she kept hidden. Not a box of treasures, but one of pain. Letters she never mailed. Newspaper clippings. A key she never used. All things she held onto in secret, hoping one day you would be ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. And now you are ready. You might find an envelope with your name written on it in her handwriting. You were meant to open it when you turned 18, but fear changed her plans. In it, another piece of her soul will speak to you in silence. You'll read her truth, written from a mother's fear, sorrow, and unwavering love. She'll say she didn't want to burden you. She'll say she hoped the past would stay buried. But she'll also say that if you're reading this now, then destiny has chosen. This is not just your awakening, it's hers too. As you step into truth, you bring her into light. The chains that held her soul begin to dissolve as you speak the name she silenced for years. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. This name, your true connection, was not erased, only hidden. It links you to a lineage of strength, honor, and legacy. People once powerful tried to cut it off, but blood remembers what paper forgets. As you speak that name, something unlocks within your own life. Old doors will creak open, blessings that were paused, gifts you never activated, and dreams you buried because you thought you didn't deserve them. The man who died mentioned these doors. He said, when the name is spoken, she will rise. And now, you are rising. No longer in the shadows, no longer unsure, no longer bound by inherited silence. You'll feel a burning in your hands one night, it's spiritual fire. The kind that prepares you to write your own truth, just as he wrote his. You will now become the scribe of your family's healing. Type Amen to get blessing 50/50. There is one more location to visit, the grave of the man who wrote the letter. It's not just to honor him. It's to receive the final blessing he left behind, spiritually sealed at that very spot. Take something meaningful with you, an object connected to your mother, a photo, a strand of her hair, even a note she wrote. Lay it at his resting place, and whisper your truth. Speak what you've learned, and ask for strength. You will feel it. A gust of wind, a pressure on your shoulders, a flicker of light even if the sky is dim. That's his spirit acknowledging your arrival, your courage, your right to know. There may be an inscription on the grave that doesn't make sense at first. Look closely. It might be initials, dates, or a phrase. But once you connect it to the letter, the message will be clear. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. You are no longer the same person who lived in unknowing. This revelation marks the start of a new version of you, a version who understands where you came from, who no longer doubts why certain things felt off growing up, who sees the full picture. This doesn't mean your life becomes harder, it means it becomes fuller. More aligned. More blessed. Because truth carries with it divine compensation that goes beyond material things. People around you will begin to notice it. They may not understand what changed, but your glow will speak louder than any words. It's the glow of someone who knows who they are. And with that comes power. Not just in the physical world, but in the spiritual world, where your name is now being honored again. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. You are not alone in this. Others are walking similar paths, uncovering family secrets, facing truth, healing generations. You'll feel drawn to them. They are part of your divine tribe. Be gentle with yourself in this process. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering with understanding instead of pain. It means taking broken pieces and building something sacred. You may choose to write your own letter someday, for your future children, or someone else who needs light. And you'll know how to begin it. Because someone once left you a letter that saved your soul. Your mother may not say thank you immediately. But deep in her spirit, she will finally rest. She will finally breathe. And that is a miracle only you could bring. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. When the world feels heavy in the days to come, hold the letter close. Not physically, but energetically. Let it be your shield, your compass, your proof that even after death, truth can rise. If people question you, stay calm. You don't owe the world explanations. What you carry is sacred, and sacred things are not up for debate. Let the whisper of Archangel Michael stay in your ears. You were chosen because your spirit could hold this truth. Others would have broken. But you will rise. And as you rise, watch the blessings pour in. Relationships will heal. Money will flow. Doors will open. Peace will multiply. Because truth is the highest currency, and now, you carry it in full. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.